Accruer, the only tool that's fully automating prepaids, fixed assets, deferred revenue, accrued payroll directly in QuickBooks. If you can spell for the period, you can now do accruals in QuickBooks. Jesse, when did you first build Accruer?
The first time that I tried to do it was probably 2015.
2015.
The one that's out there now is really the third attempt to build an accruer. When I say third attempt, I mean having scrapped the first two entirely. The silver lining is we had a lot of use cases and we had to accommodate them and then made the product stronger. So what accountants who are buying Accruer are getting is battle tested for 7 or 8 years that some other startup is going to have to do R&D for and give out Amazon gift cards to focus groups.
Why did you originally build it? Do you remember the first client or use case?
It was a not-for-profit that had donors giving money that they wanted to recognize over an extended period. The donation was a grant for a particular period, and they did an audit, and the auditors wanted to see stuff spread out. And that was really the first application. 2014, maybe 2015. That was probably the first use.
Did you do it manually before that?
Never did it manually. It's against my religion. That was the whole point of FinOptimal. And whenever I had it in my day job, I'd rather spend 10 hours building this process if it's ever going to be repeated again, basically. Yeah. So no, never did it manually. I did it manually in my first job, my first few jobs, and very quickly learned, oh, this is not the way. New spreadsheet each month, big schedule, waterfalls.
What was his client's reaction when they first saw Accruer work?
They didn't appreciate it at all. Right. I suspect a lot of accounting firms are in the same boat. Their clients don't know how the sausage is made, so to speak, but it is relieving the pain for me.
Sure.
Because I was doing it myself. I was doing all the bookkeeping myself at the time. The biggest relief comes from the inevitable changes that happen. It's just inevitable. Oh, no, that grant actually was for this period instead of that period. Oh, it's actually twice as big. Or can you move the invoice to be dated 3 months later? Any of those changes that I just mentioned, if you don't have the accruer, are modifying many journal entries. Just multiply that times the number of contracts, the number of grants, the number of whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you can immediately grasp how much time is on the table here. Forget errors, by the way. Forget errors. Error avoidance. Right?
Accruer does save time and reduce errors, but the drastically overlooked benefit is the time it saves when you need to change something or you catch an error.
Digging into something takes hours every time. So the key is to avoid even needing to dig in with an investigation and just having confidence that it's right. That's really where the relief